No pain. No gain. Pain. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today is leg day, and today is going to be a brutal one. First off, we have to get our pre-workout meal in. It is very important to get a pre-workout meal in, especially on leg days. You should have a meal before every workout, but on leg days, it's very important to avoid injury and to be able to push as hard as possible to grow those legs. You know what I'm saying? You should also try to get your pre-workout meal in at least an hour before your workout so that the digestion of the food doesn't interfere with your workout. This is because it takes blood flow to digest your food. So you need the blood flow going to the muscles that are actively working during the workout. When you're digesting the food, it interferes with the workout, so you can't push as hard as you can. An hour at least before your workout is ideal. 2 hours is fine, but an hour at least. For a pre-workout, you should get a pre-workout at least 15 to 30 minutes before your workout. So by the time you get to the gym, that's when it starts kicking in. If you take it just as a starting workout, you're gonna feel it like 30 minutes or 15 minutes into your workout. So 15 to 30 minutes before you go to the gym, bang that shake in and let's get cracking. For your pre-workout meal, there must be protein, there should be carbohydrates, and there should be a little bit of fat. The proteins, obviously, to help build the muscles and repair the muscles as you're working out. Carbohydrates are very important in your pre-workout meal because they give you the energy to be able to push during the workout. Also, you need a little bit of fat in there to help slow down the digestion and to keep you fuller for longer during your workout. For leg days, I always prefer a slow digesting carbohydrate like oats, and my fast for today will be peanut butter. I'll also be having a couple slices of toast because today's leg day is going to be a long one, so I need as much carbs and energy as possible for today. Let's get it. My other go-to pre-workout meal is a plate consisting of either rice or sweet potato with some chicken and either broccoli or asparagus, and maybe 1 or 2 whole eggs for the fat. That gives me my protein, my carbs, and my fat. As you can see, I got my scale here. I'm gonna weigh out my oats. I like to weigh between 1.57, so that's 60 grams of oats. Weigh it out right here. I don't know how you guys like preparing your oats, but I like to microwave mine. So I'm gonna add a little bit of water, pop it in the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds, and we'll be back. Our oats is done. Now we add our protein. I like to do a scoop, sometimes 2, depending. Yep, that's 35 grams. 1 scoop, add my half a tablespoon of peanut butter, and there we are. On some days like this one, when I have a sweet tooth, I add a little bit of honey, just for that extra taste. Makes it taste better, to be honest. And my honey, about a 7. And for some additional fats, I add a 7 of mixed nuts. I told you guys this is gonna be a long leg day, so I'm pulling out all the stops today. Throw my nuts. Oh, I'm starving. Finally, it's time to eat. I'm gonna clean up my plate, chill out for about an hour, and I'll see you guys at the gym. Peace. Okay, we made it to the gym. Time for warm-ups. It's hot and humid in this gym today. I'm already sweating. I haven't started doing nothing. So for leg day, especially for the squats, there are 2 major areas you have to warm up. Your ankle, for ankle mobility to get that knees over toes during your squats, and your glutes. Fun fact, your glutes are the biggest muscle groups in your body. Not your quads, not your backs, your glutes. So warming them up is very essential if you want to have a good squat session. If they're not firing well enough, you're not gonna have a good squat session. So warm them up. So let's get into this warm session. There are many ways to warm up the glutes, but me personally, I like using the bands to warm them up because I feel like they get them absolutely fried and firing before my squat session. So you just simply grab a band like this and simply just walk side to side. From side to side, do about 5 reps on each side for 3 sets. Then you go do the same for backwards, 5 to 10 reps on each side, 2 to 3 sets. You might need only 1 or 2 sets to get your glutes absolutely on fire, because this should work. I've tried everything. You could do step-ups, you could do touchdown squats, whatever you want to do, but I'm telling you, bands, just grab the band like this and doing this for a couple of sets, your glutes are gonna be firing, your squats are gonna be amazing. Give it a try. I know a lot of guys think the bands are just for the girls. They think it's kind of sissy. I'm telling you, the girls are on something. They know what they're doing. This shit, my ass is toasty. God damn. For the ankles, I said, just grab a plate, get into a squat position, and go knees over toes for about 2 to 3 seconds. Then switch over to the next side, do the same. Switch. Do this for about 5 to 10 reps on each side for 2 sets, and your ankles should be good to go. This one looks on the side. Your knees really over your toes. As a bonus, this also helps you practice getting to a deep squat. Oh, our ankles are ready. Now to warm up the lats, I also use a band. By now, you guys should know I love my bands. They are easy and very accessible to use. For the lats, I just grab the band and do basically a version of a straight arm pull down, but with the bands instead. Focusing on the squeeze on the lats. And take it back. Squeeze. I did this for about 10 to 20 reps for 1 or 2 sets. And your back is nice and toasty to help you hold the bar behind your back and stabilize your spine during the lift. Now warm up is done. We are ready to squat. Time to put on the lifting shoes. I highly recommend performing your squats in lifting shoes. They help you get better knees over toes, and they generally improve the stability of your squats. If you don't have access to a lifting shoe, try wearing a flat-soled shoe. Do not wear soft-soled shoes like this, because they might throw off your squats and affect your balance and stability. Either flat-soled shoes like the Jordans can work. You get lifting shoes like this that have a heel that help you get more elevation for better knees over toes. As I always say, I don't care how strong you are, how long you've been lifting, always start your lifts with the empty bar, especially your compound lifts. It gives your body, your joints, your central nervous system the chance to slowly adjust to the increasing weight and load. If you just go straight into your working sets, you're asking to get injured. So take your time, warm up properly, slowly increase the weight accordingly, and be safe. All right, 45 pounds, empty bar. So find your perfect stance that suits your body type. If you want to squat straight and narrow, do that. For me, I have to go wide. If you have to go super wide to get the perfect form and depth for you, do that. Just because you see your favorite influencer squatting a certain way, doesn't mean you have to squat that way. Find what works for your anatomy and stick to that. So for me, about shoulder width apart. Nice. Oh. I do about 10 to 15 reps of the empty bar, just to get the joints warm and loose and to get the rhythm going. Oh, nice. 135s, let's go. Nice. I'm gonna do this for about 10 reps. Three. Ooh. Let's go up. Music. Music to my ears, bro. 225 pounds, second warm-up set. I'm gonna go for about 6 reps. Six. The weights feel kind of heavy today, not gonna lie. I was aiming for 405, but my next warm-up set, which is 315 pounds, moves as rough as this, I won't go higher. I'll just stick to 315. Let's see how it goes. 115 pounds. Please do not make big of a jumps like this if you're just beginning. Always go at your own pace. Go in increments of 25s. I'm going in increments of 45s because if I do the 25s, I'll waste too much energy. By the time I get to my working set, I'll be already weak. So I'm trying to save as much energy as possible before you get to your working set. And this is to determine if I go higher and if I stay here. Let's see. It's hot and humid in here today. I'm sweating my balls off and I'm feeling weak as hell. Let's see. Oh, like what? 4, 5. I wasn't too bad. I don't know if I should just go to 365. I'll just say F it and go 4-5. I'm gonna say F it. I'm going for 4-5. 405 solid ass count. I made the cardinal mistake of forgetting my knee sleeves and my lifting belt. So this is gonna be a tough lift. I'm going to go for about 4 to 5 reps. Fingers crossed. I don't recommend doing this heavy weight without the belt, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's see how it goes. I wait. Alright, come on. What? It's heavy. Oh. Oh. Man. Fucking hell. I was heavier than I thought. If I had gone for the 4th rep, I wouldn't have gotten up. I'm going back down. I'm not gonna risk it. Going back down to 315. My 3rd and final walking set. I'll try to do about 8 solid reps and call it a day for squatting. Move on to the next one. Finish strong. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. 7. One more. 8. I think I got one more. Why not go for 10? I'll give that an RP of 9. 1 rep left in reserve max. Whew, that was a good set. I'll take it. Squats done. Alright, squats out of the way. I recommend always doing the heaviest compound movement of your workout first when you have the most energy to perform them. For example, today's leg day, I did squats first. If it was chest day, I'm gonna do the bench press first. The most energy demanding exercises has to be done first to get the most out of the lift. If you put the heaviest exercises during the middle or the end of your workout when you're already exhausted, it's a recipe to get injured because your central nervous system is fatigued, your coordination is not there, your focus is gone, especially when you're going heavy at the end. It's a recipe for disaster. Do them first, hit them hard, and move on to the next. Let's go. Up next is a hamstring workout, the lying hamstring curl. This is a staple. I always recommend going between a compound/heavy movement to an isolated or light movement like this to keep you balanced. If you go from a heavy movement like the squats to another heavy movement like an RDL or a deadlift, the second movement is gonna suffer. That's why it's better to always go to a lighter movement to give your central nervous system a chance to recover. I have RDLs in my program today, but if I went straight into RDLs, I'm not gonna do it as efficiently. So we cool off with this. Let's get it. So for this movement, you don't need to go heavy. I don't like going heavy. Go for moderate weight with relatively high reps. So I'm gonna go for about 10 to 12 reps on this one for 3 sets. 2, 3. Explode up on the concentric and slowly lower the eccentric to get the most out of the movement. Another reason why you should go light. If you go heavy, you're gonna be jerking the movement and miss out on gains. Keep the ego down, keep the weight light, maximize these gains. Nice, slow and steady. Boy, he's hot in this gym. Fuck, sweating a ton. 2, 3, 4. 7, 8. So I'll be doing a drop set. To the next one. Drop down. This is probably one of the most brutal drop sets. Be careful. It's very easy to catch a cramp. Let's get it. No pain, no gain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It burns. One more. Let's go. Maximum effort. 1, 2. Maintain your foreman technique. Oh my God. Come on. I've lost count. How many? 6, 7. I'm going for 10. 8, 9. 10. That fried my hammies, man. Boy, I feel like I'm drowning in sweat. This heat kicking my ass. We're done with this one. Now we're going back to heavy exercise. This time, the LDLs. Let's get it. Now we're doing Romanian deadlifts. As you can see, I got my lifting straps on. I always advise wearing lifting straps on pulling movements, especially when you're going kind of heavy. You don't want your grip and your forearm becoming a limiting factor. Wearing lifting straps helps you focus on the target muscles instead of the forearms and the grip. Wearing sleeve straps helps you hit the target muscles better. So in this movement, the glutes and the hamstrings will be the limiting factor, not my grip. I'm doing this on a plate to increase the range of motion so I can get more stretch on the hamstrings and lift the bar like you're about to perform a deadlift. The main cue here is to pretend you're using your butt to close a drawer and to paint your knees with the barbell. Barbell should be in contact with your body throughout the range of motion. Deep breath, straight back. If you're doing this correctly, you should feel a weaker stretch on your hamstrings and on your glutes. They should be on fire. If you're not feeling them and you're feeling your lower back, either you're going too heavy or your technique is off. Fix those two, and I guarantee you will feel this movement. This is a top tier exercise. My ass and hamstrings is on fire. Whew. On to the next one. Now for leg extensions. Are you noticing the theme here? We went from the heavy exercise, the RDL, to an isolated / light exercise, the leg extensions. So I'm gonna do 3 sets of this, with the last set being a drop set. Let's get it. First set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Leg extensions are a great quad exercise, and it is the exercise that trains the rectus femoris. The rectus femoris is one of the 4 heads of the quadriceps, but it's the only one that
crosses the knee and hip joints. The squats, leg press, and other exercises don't hit that effectively. The leg extension is the only one that does. And to get the full benefits, find the leg extension machine that leans all the way back so you can get as much stretch and range of motion as possible. Third and final set, a drop set. This is going to be painful. Buckle in. Okay. I'm going to go for about 6. 3. 4. 5. 6. 100. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 80. 1. 2. 3. 4. 6. Fuck. Fuck, it burns. 60. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Shit. Wow. Oh my god. Is this wet or is this tears? I don't know. 2. 3. Come on. 4. Fuck. 6. Last one. Come on. Come on. Come on. No pain. No gain. Fuck. Oh my god. I can't see the camera. I'm seeing stars. What the hell? Whew. Told you guys this was going to be a brutal leg day. Whew. On to the next. Our final compound / heavy movement of the day is one of my all-time favorites. And I consider this exercise, along with the squats, one of the best leg building exercises, period. For your quads, for your glutes, the walking lunges, not the stationary lunges, the walking lunges. Do it your quads and your glutes exceptionally well. So I'm gonna do 3 sets of this, walk towards the end and back. That's 1 set for 3 sets. It's not gonna be pretty, not gonna be fun, but it has to get done. That's how winning is done. Now come along and get some of this pain. Like wait. The more knees over toes and lean you get, the more stretch on your glutes you get. And also, the longer your stride, the more stretch on your quads and glutes you get. Pain. As you might have observed, I am not doing any glute specific exercises because the squats and these lunges plus the RDLs hit the glute a ton. So do more glute specific exercises is basically wasting your time. For the ladies, you can do them if you want to, but I feel like I get sufficient glute activation and work done by the squats, RDLs, and these walking lunges. Woo! Trying my ass, man. So last but not the least is the calves. I said the calves for last because you don't need too much energy to do them. You can do them at the very end of your workout. But if you're trying to grow your calves and it's a priority for you, do them at the beginning or during the middle of your workout. I'm going to do the most sets here because this is the only exercise I'm doing for the calves. Keep it light, control the stretch. Stretch, power up. The angle of your toes also matter. Toes pointed forward, hit all areas of the calf evenly. If you want to target the inner portion of your calves, point your toes outwards. It hits the inner calves. And if you want to target the outer calves, simply point your toes inwards. I like to switch. The first set is toes straight. The next set, I'm going to point it outwards. The next set, I'm pointing inwards. I repeat. That's how I hit all areas of the calves. Woo! Check out the leg pump. Some serious work was put in today. Woo! If you watched all the way to the end, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Stay hungry, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.